Chad, so hey, question. You fly all the time,
I do.
and you just flew out to LA.
I did.
And how was it?
It was good. I got to tell you, one of the lessons I learned, because I started, when you were hearing that whole be at the airport 2 hours before your flight
Yeah,
deal.
is that stuff still true?
Well, there were a lot of people saying, well, that's not so true. I end up sitting around forever and ever.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, when I was flying out to LA, we had a problem with our tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, we were there the 2 hours early, and we didn't have an issue. I can tell you, if we had waited like we wanted to, we would have never made the flight. So I suggest getting there the 2 hours early, because once you get checked in, get your bags all taken care of, get through security, and then get to your gate, it's better to have a little bit of time than no time.
So my wife and I are going out to Vegas. It's her first time out there in a couple of weeks, and I've been out there many times, and I've flown every time, but I've always gone with that 2 hour rule. But it's been a long time. I mean, it's probably been like 6-7 years since I've flown. So what are some things that you would say somebody that's going to fly this year should probably know?
Listen, they're a lot more stricter on the carry-on bag. I mean, they will make it. They've got little examples by their stands. If it can fit in here, you can bring it on.
Oh, really?
So a lot of times what slows you down is you'll get all the way down the jetway. You figure out you can't put it in the overhead, so then you've got to get it checked and go through all that process. So just check it in advance. Otherwise, roll your clothes. If you're going to put them in a carry-on, roll them up and put them in the smallest bag that you have. And don't forget, everybody's allowed one carry-on.
Okay, so a carry-on, and I have a laptop too.
I think you'll be okay.
So is it like a bathroom bag or a small
Yep.
carry-on
And then
a
your laptop, yep.
Okay, so that's that. So
And don't forget
2
too,
hours.
you're going to also be charged. Most airlines now are charging for bags. So you're going to get that fee. And normally, I think the cheapest I found was $25 per bag. That was the cheapest.
So you can't bring your regular luggage, check it in, and also have your carry-on that's all part of your airline fee.
They'll charge you for bags going, and they'll charge you for it coming back.
Oh my goodness.
So you got to remember, when you're also booking tickets and you think you found the greatest deal, see if one bag is included per person. You need to check that stuff. For example, we're flying Spirit Airlines going to California in April again. Now, we got a cheaper ticket, obviously, than the other carriers, but they charge you for pop and soda and coffee on the flight if you want it.
Really?
They charge you for all the bags, and it's a really nickel and dime thing. So you have to look, check all the different carriers, see what comes along, and really see at the end if you're coming out ahead. Sometimes it's worth it to pay a little bit more because you're not getting, the baggage costs. And don't forget too, they also charge if you take a bag that's overweight.
Okay.
If you go over 50 pounds, you're going to get an additional charge on top of it.
Unbelievable. So here's the thing. I've seen some people, they get upgraded to first class.
Yes.
Have you ever done that?
It has been a long time. Somebody just asked me, it's funny we're talking about this, somebody asked me today, when's the last time you've flown first class? And I couldn't remember, but I do remember that it was really awesome to sit first class because, of course, you had a nice cocktail before the plane took off.
Yeah.
But I loved when they hand you the hot towel and you're able to wipe your face off. You just feel like you're like a star, like you're a millionaire.
So what would be somebody's suggestion if they're going to try to get bumped up to first class?
Be super nice at the gate.
Okay.
Like compliment the person behind the counter, ask them if there's any availability in first class. And it also would help, by the way, if you've flown on that airline a few times in the last year, and you can also reference that. And another thing I suggest for people, even if they don't fly a lot, register for those flight miles and those perks clubs, because they do add up, and they add up fast. And before you know it, you're able to turn those miles in for a ticket.
Perfect. I can't wait to go flying, man.
I want to
Now
go with
know
you
I'm
guys.
to know.
When you're going to Vegas, you're going to have an awesome time. Lots of stuff to do out there since you've last been there. So.
Awesome. I can't wait. I think I'm going to do that zip line through the Fremont experience.
And
I'm
actually
gonna
go see
try it.
Britney Spears while you're out there. Will you tell her I said hello?
I will.